Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to learning about math. Today's math I can statement is I can make and read graphs. Today we're going to be making picture graphs. So now this first page, our directions say, ask 5 students to pick their favorite winter activity and show these by drawing circles in the boxes. Well, instead of asking students, I'm just going to pick. I think sledding. 2 people would like sledding. I think 3 people would like ice skating. I think that probably nobody would like hockey. I'm just making up some things. But so I have drawn some circles in our boxes to show that 3 people like ice skating and 2 people like sledding. That is how we make and read picture graphs. All right, let's turn the page and see the activity on the next page. Oh, and look, I see some highlighted and bold words here. Now, these highlighted and bold words are all going to be words that are important for us to know. This says, a graph shows information or data. Ooh, that's a different word that we might not have seen before, data. And it is highlighted and bold, so we definitely know that that's an important word. A picture graph uses pictures to show data. You can use a tally chart to make a picture graph. Oh, we can use a tally chart to make a picture graph. We did that last week, didn't we? So here's a chart that's saying the favorite apple color. 1 person likes red apples, 3 people like yellow apples, and only 2 people like green apples. We can also show favorite apple color by making a picture graph. This picture graph shows a picture of an apple. And if I have 1 tally mark here, I'm only going to have 1 picture of an apple right here. 3 people like yellow apples, so I'm going to have 3 pictures of yellow apples right there. And 2 people like green, so I'm going to have 2 pictures of green apples right there. So our first question says, complete the tally chart and the picture graph. So our first part of our question says, write the totals in the tally chart. Oh, I see this mark right here. And so I already know how many does that mean? Do I have to count each one? Nope, I don't have to count each one. I know that this means 5. That's right, it means 5. 5. And I'm looking right here. Oh, this is our favorite shape. I forgot to read that. Favorite shape. The shapes are triangle, circle, and square, and here are our tally marks. So, how many people's favorite shape is a circle? That's right, only one person. And how many people's favorite shape is a square? Right, there's 3 tally marks there, and that means there are 3 people whose favorite shape is a square. Now, I am going to look at question number 2. Use the tally chart in exercise 1 to make a picture graph. Now, because we have shapes here and we know how to draw those shapes, we can put those shapes in our boxes. So how many triangles should we make? 5 triangles. So let's make them and count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 triangles in my picture graph. That means 5 people's favorite shape was triangle. How many circles do we need to draw? Only 1. Only 1. That's right. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle. It can look like an O. Our last shape is a square. How many squares should I draw? That's right, 3 squares. So I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3. Now, I want you to think, what is a picture graph? How can you describe it? You can pause the video right now and tell somebody, explain to them what a picture graph is and describe one. All right, let's turn our paper over. And right now, you're going to do some work on your own. this says complete the tally chart and the picture graph. So this says favorite weather. So here is the different kinds of weather. The different kinds of weather are sunny, rainy, and cloudy. So we're going to use our tally marks here to figure out how many people picked the different kinds of weather. And then once you have figured out how many people picked sunny, you can draw a sun right here in the picture graph. When you see how many people picked rainy weather, you can draw a raindrop. I'll show you how I draw a raindrop, just like that. And a sun, I'm going to draw a circle with some lines. It's nice to have sunny days, isn't it? And cloudy, let's see, I'm going to draw a picture of a cloud. There we go. So you can draw those in here, but you make sure you have to draw this correct number. And we'll take a look at that tomorrow. We'll check our work tomorrow. Next page says problem solving. Now, I see a word problem here, and I see a picture graph here. So I know just by looking that I need to use this word problem to figure out what information I need to put in my picture graph. So it says complete the picture graph. Our picture graph says Miguel asks his friends to name their favorite pet. 3 people like fish. 2 fewer people like cats. And 4 people like dogs. Wow, that kind of has a challenging part to it. Let's read that again. Miguel asks his friends to name their favorite pet. 3 people like fish. 2 fewer people like cats. And 4 people like dogs. Oh, wow. So that one has this part in it. And this part, think about it. I think you can solve this part. This part needs us to do a subtraction problem. Subtraction. Remember, subtraction is take away. And then at the bottom, it says write math. Our question says, how does a picture show a number on the graph? And they want you to write some words to explain it. So can you tell me how, if you're going to draw a picture on this graph, how does a picture show a number? All right. And then after you finish that part, I would like for you to do this part, page number 525 and 526 for homework, for practice. And then we'll work on reading picture graphs tomorrow. Thank you guys. Have a good day.